a lot to play for. Manny Diaz is doing a really good job. I'm going with the Blue Devils.
Darian Minshew is the leading passer in the league. And I think this guy will be the difference in the game, so I'm going with Duke.
This is a scary pick. I don't love it. Manny Diaz's name has been up for some jobs now all of a sudden. Obviously, last Duke head coach Mike Elko, he goes to Texas A&M. He's doing what he's doing. Manny Diaz might have a similar situation, a lot on the line for them. I like Duke, but Virginia's a great football team.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go Virginia on this one. I think they play some good football, got some good pieces. I know the quarterback going to play today?
Yes.
Supposed to play. I think they got a stud at quarterback, so I'm going Virginia.
You know, ball, obviously, you know the ACC. I'm with you. I think Virginia coming off a loss to Wake Forest. This is a massive game, by the way, in the ACC. We got a big one here for Pitt. But if Virginia wins this game, really good shot because they have Virginia Tech. I think Virginia, if they win today, they secure their spot to get to Charlotte. They've been resilient. I'm going with the Cavs.
I don't know if it's secured, but they take a good step towards it. Right.
I think they will.
They'll
beat the Hokies. They'll get there.
Okay, all right. So that's Virginia and Duke coming up. Chandler Morris, at last check, was expected to play. Better keep an eye on USC. They can sneak in this playoff picture, but they have to beat Iowa today. What happened?
And I think they will. I think Iowa's going to play a tough game. They're great on defense. They're wonderful on special teams. I don't think they have enough offense to contend with the Trojans, so I'm going fight on USC.
Yeah, I'm with USC, too. I think when you can score as many points as they're capable of scoring against a team like Iowa who plays it close to the vest, I don't think they'll score enough to beat them.
I don't think Iowa loses back-to-back weeks. Give me the Iowa Hawkeyes getting a huge win over USC. Not just for time, but also for football. They're going to play a ground-and-pound style. Can it slow down this USC offense? We shall see. I like the Hawkeyes.
Well, I just went to a USC game last week, and that offense looked explosive. My D-line coach, Coach Henney's the D-line over there, so I know they locked in and ready to go against a good Iowa offensive line. So I'm going to go USC. Dog work.
Coach, you brought up earlier, this is one of the most balanced and explosive offenses in the country. They average over 300 a game through the air, 200 a game on the ground. I love the Hawkeyes. Obviously, last week came up a little bit short, but I think USC at home is a team to beat. I like the Trojans.
Okay, that game's 3:30 Eastern time. This is a really important game in the Big 12. Cincinnati is still alive. Really tricky game with Arizona coming in at noon. Home game for the Bearcats. Bearcats have BYU next week. What do you think about this one?
I had to flip a coin. I think this one's going to be close. I'm going with the Bearcats, but in a close one.
Yeah, I'm with Cincinnati. I just think Brendan Sorsby has been an outstanding quarterback all year. I think they're very productive on offense. I'm going to go with the Bearcats.
What is this? What are they doing right now?
Alma mater.
Am I allowed to talk over there?
You can talk over there.
Ask that man to your left if he's okay with it.
Exactly. There's been a lot of that since he got up here. Are you okay with me taking Cincinnati? I'll take Cincinnati, too. I like Cincinnati. No disrespect, sir.
I like Cincinnati, too. I think you talked about the quarterback. I think in the college game, you got to have a big piece like a quarterback to win games, and I think they got that. So I'm going Cincinnati.
Well, I'm going to not only save the board. I usually pick Cincinnati, but I'm going Arizona. This is a very underappreciated team. They very easily could be sitting there at 8-1. I think they go on the road. Good speed on this team. I think they win.
Fafita.
All right, and another game in the Big 12 that will have an impact on how that conference championship game looks, particularly if you end up being right, Kirk, with Arizona knocking off Cincinnati. TCU, they can spin the ball around. Late night game in Provo, BYU trying to bounce back after really getting manhandled by Texas Tech last
With this game being in Provo, it's going to be cold at nighttime. I think that benefits BYU. They will bounce back from that embarrassing performance a week ago in Lubbock. I'm going with the Cougars.
Yeah, I think BYU bounces back in this one. They learned from last year's, like falling apart at the end of the season, and hopefully they bounce back and get back in the championship game.
You're talking about last year, 9-0, lose 2 out of the last 3 games for BYU. Don't think that starts with the Texas Tech loss last week. I think we all have respect for Texas Tech after seeing what that was, so I think they're a great football team. I also like the Mormons. Give me the Cougars of BYU getting a huge bounce-back win.
Bounce-back week it is. I think BYU been playing some good football. Obviously, bad game last week, but this is a game they're going to show what they're all about today. So
quarterback's name is Bear, 265
Looks
pounds.
like this guy.
He about to go to work.
Yes, he is.
I'm on an island again, kids.
What? Bear?
Yeah?
We just talked about Bear.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going with Josh Hoover. This quarterback from TCU can spin it. Got great receivers. BYU did lose after starting 9-0 last year. They lost 2 of their last 3. I know it's on the road. I like the speed at TCU.
And starting to pump up a little volume inside the stadium here. A couple of huge SEC games. Oklahoma and Alabama this afternoon. Who do you like?
I tell you what, you look at this Oklahoma defense, and their front four is going to be the best Alabama has seen all season. But without R. Mason Thomas in that game, I think they may struggle a little bit up front. I like Alabama's quarterback, Ty Simpson. He's been at an extremely high level, 21 touchdown passes, only 1 interception. I'm going with the Tide in a close one, Coach.
Yeah, well, I think it's going to be a close game, and I think the big question for Alabama is, can they sustain intensity, because they've been through the grinder from a schedule standpoint. But I got to go with Alabama in this game. I think Ty Simpson will win it for him.
You're picking Alabama?
Yeah. That's surprising. I got to live there.
Yeah, I know. I understand. And you know how much I love that place. Hey, roll Tide. Roll Tide. I love the boys. I love what Ty Simpson does. I think Venables' defense is ready for it. I think Mateer's playing his best ball. Give me Oklahoma to go in on Saban Field and get a win over Alabama. But I love the Roll Tide community. I would like that to be known, please.
I'm going Alabama. I think they're a complete team on both sides of the balls. I think they're going to get it done today.
You're leaving me on an island, Aaron.
Normally, Alabama has a balanced attack. They win a line of scrimmage. This offensive line from Bama has been a concern. I think even with R. Mason Thomas down, Brent Venables has had 2 weeks to get ready for this offense. I think he's going to do a very good job of affecting Ty Simpson. And I believe Oklahoma travels into Tuscaloosa and gets it done. I'm going Sooners.
That will shake up the SEC race, trying to get into the championship game for sure. And so, too, might the game you're calling tonight. Kirk won't have a pick here. Texas and Georgia in prime time.
You know, we talk about momentum, and Arch Manning has been playing his best collegiate football the past few weeks, but then they had a bye. I'm not sure how that's going to affect them. I know they want to get healthier, but he was on the road playing the best football we've seen, going in between the hedges. And the thing is, Georgia's defense hasn't been great, but this is the type of game that they may rise to the occasion and shock all of us defensively. I think Georgia wins a close one against the Longhorns.
Well, I think Texas is playing the best they've played all year, but I also think that Georgia played their most complete game of the year last week. So I'm going to go with Georgia.
Texas and Arch Manning looking exactly like we thought they were going to look at the beginning of the season the last few weeks. Wingo's gone for over 100 yards. Obviously, that's a good thing for Texas. On that note, we love dogs around here. And that Georgia Bulldogs team is filled with them. Give me the dogs to get a huge win.
Yeah, my brother from another mother, Matthew Stafford, Todd Gurley, is Bulldogs. I'm going Georgia.
Hell yeah. Love that.
Oh, look at that. Clean sweep across the board. Everybody picking Georgia. Poor old Texas.
Are you picking Texas?
I cannot pick Texas.
Okay.
I can't. I'm going Georgia. The Panthers are running out onto the field here. We've seen the colors. The United States flag is standing right on the goal line behind us, and as the Panthers, one of the few teams in college football that come out for the national anthem.
First time that Aaron Donald has been back since he went in Super Bowl, had a brilliant career. What's this feel like to see this?
I got the juice.
I bet it does. That's awesome.
Did you know you guys have this many fans?
No.
Okay, you didn't deserve that. No.
There's nothing I love more than a great competitor, and you may be the greatest competitor I've ever seen you play defensive line ever, and I appreciate that,
That means a
man.
lot coming from you. I appreciate it.
Unbelievable.
Absolute dog.
I second that.
I appreciate that. I appreciate
I'll go ahead and third it, man. I'm not disputing that.
Yeah, and me too, by the way. Yeah, me too.
And I'll represent all of humanity.
I still got the trophy case when I was in college. I still got it on my trophy case. Yes, I do.
You know what, Herbie, that's one of those things. That's one of those things you hear people say when they're talking about a young defensive lineman. They say, well, he's like Aaron Donald. No, he's not.
Does he train with knives?
Got a moment here as we pause before we pick the Pittsburgh Notre Dame game. Let's join the pit band with the national anthem. tremendous rendition of the national anthem, and now we are closing in on kickoff. You know, over this past week, Notre Dame has caught a couple of strains about not competing for a conference championship. The Fighting Irish come in here in hopes of solidifying their playoff berth. They will be heavy favorites in their last two games. Pittsburgh hoping to spoil things. Pat Narduzzi had this message for his team just moments ago.
This is a reality show today, man. Okay, people are going to figure it out today. Everybody got to know today. Okay, put BJK. Everybody got to know. Okay? Hey, but it takes everybody together here. Okay, we do it together. Okay, we lock the gates. We're in our house. We win. In our house. We win. Okay, there ain't no doubt about it, guys. We're in our house. We're going to win. Okay, we lock those gates. Nobody comes into our house. Nobody. Everybody got it. Let's go. Let's bring it in. Let's go. It's time.
Panthers ready to go. Who wins the game, Notre Dame or Pitt?
I tell you what, my favorite player growing up played here, number 33, Tony Dorsett. We got the great Aaron Darnold here. I got to go with my guys, man.
There he comes.
I got to go with.
Look at that.
I got to go with Pitt.
Wow. Who you got, Nick?
I love Notre Dame. And I'm not like all these other people that want to see them lose so somebody else gets in the playoffs. I want to see them win. I think they actually dominate the line of scrimmage in this game. I'm taking Notre Dame.
Well, we know that Pat Narduzzi has a reputation. I can't imagine. We just saw his speech. He will be overly aggressive in this game, especially early. Notre Dame, C.J. Carr will have to weather the storm early, get the game to kind of settle down. I think the difference in the game is the balance of Notre Dame's offense and the ability to come after this young quarterback in creative ways to get him to turn the ball over. Notre Dame.
Wow. Very courageous man.
We all know where I'm going. I'm going my Pitt Panthers. I think our true freshman quarterback playing lights out. I think our defense is going to make enough plays. They're going to stop the run. They're going to get after the quarterback. I'm going Pitt in a big upset, in a big day, prime time game days here. We got to show what we're about.
It is a huge day. Tony Dorsett was here. Your number's getting retired at halftime. The city of Pittsburgh was showcased in a beautiful way all morning. We had Dallas Alice Pizza, Rudy's Subs, Serafino's Italian, a couple icy lights were mixed in, and we certainly got a chance to go through the history books of Pittsburgh's greatness. And this Notre Dame team, I mean, they have no idea what they're walking into. There's a bunch of Yinzers excited. There's potentially some people shirtless in this stadium about to go absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. They're about to go bananas. Because the Pitt Panthers are all the way back as an ACC championship contender. They got Aaron Donald shirtless. How could you not pick the Pitt Panthers? Because I'm from West Virginia, baby. Let's go Mountaineers. Yeah, right, Aaron Donald. Notre Dame beats Pitt today. And that is this. Today in a huge way. Sorry about it, Aaron. Jeez Louise.
but he's been wildly inconsistent as a passer. 2 weeks of prep with the new play caller. We'll see if they can get him into an early rhythm and get some confidence going with him here at throwing the football.
And a handoff to Fuller on first down. Matt Fuller, who's been getting a lot of carries of late, picks up 3 as we take a look at today's proven performance, brought to you by